This morning I'm going to start off with an idea, a story, and I also want to open up with by dedicating this 30-minute meditation to a dear friend of mine who's having some surgery this morning. Not life-threatening, but still, this is a very difficult, not a great time to have to undergo any kind of procedure or anything in a hospital. So Daniel Ben Rachel, Daniel Ben Rachel. And so I'm going to keep a special intention, a special place in my heart this morning for Danielle Danny. So I want to start off with a story that's really, it just kind of welled up in my heart this morning. I remember this story, and it's about like suffering and pain and very, very strong experiences. It doesn't have to just be pain. Um, and it's a very powerful story that you could tell to anybody, yourself mostly, but once you get it, once you feel that story, it is so powerful to give over to your children and or anybody else around you who's going through something difficult. Although that sometimes is very difficult to give people comfort when they're in pain. But for yourself, I think it's a great story. It's about um, so once there was a very unhappy man, and he sought out a very wise man, the master. And he went to the master and he said, I'm suffering and I have a tremendous amount of pain. I have a loss in my family and I can't shake it. And I'm just suffering day after day after day. So the master told him, he said, I want you to go get it here. Here's a cup. Here's a cup of water. And I want you to put a handful of salt in this cup. And he takes the cup and he puts the salt in there. He says, put another, and stir it up. And it's this salt glass. He says, I want you to drink that. I want you to try drinking that. And the man tries to drink it, and he spits it out. He says, oh, it's terrible, terrible. And the wise man said, he says, now I want you to take the same amount of salt that you put three full handfuls. Come, let's take a walk over. There's a beautiful stream over there, a lake. And so they walk over to the lake with the handfuls of salt. He says, I want you to throw the salt into the lake. And he throws the salt into the lake. He says, now I want you to drink. I want you to take that cup and drink from the lake. And he drinks from the lake. And the master says to the man, how does it taste? He said, it tastes fine. It tastes great. It tastes fine. Ah, said the master. The master said, this is like the troubles and the sorrow and the pain that you feel in life. You can't lessen that. Those are going to happen through life. But when you create a bigger vessel, when there's more water, when you create a bigger vessel for it, then it goes from being unbearable to something that you can not only live with, but maybe it's you're okay with. And the only difference is the vessel, the size of the vessel, the container that we contain that in. So let's apply that to ourselves in this meditation. The intention is to try to expand the within ourselves, not the physical vessel, but the vessel within ourselves to be able to, instead of trying to get rid of the pain and the difficulties in our life, let's try to expand the vessel. And sometimes having that expand, when we expand that vessel, then we can handle it. Not only handle it, we can see it in a different perspective. And that's what I really want to kind of just use for myself and kind of share with you this morning. Um, and the one last thing before we get into a real meditation, because these are all intentions. I like to start off every meditation with an intention of what I want, or what, and for this class, what we want to sort of accomplish in a not really such a goal sense, but in our heart, is the idea of everything that's very, very special or sweet or something that we want to get to. is usually surrounded by some sort of a barrier, a shell, a klipa, and like a coconut or a banana has a peel. No one would eat a banana peel, and no one would eat a coconut shell. And we have to get through that. We have to peel it. We have to crack it. And in our life, there's a lot of times there's these klipot, and sometimes that is painful experiences, or sometimes it's something that's undesirable. That's really encapsulating. There's something inside there that's sweet, nurturing, that can sustain us. And that shell is there to protect that, um, protect it. And I want to just plant that as the intention for today is those two stories, and they're going to come together. Just let's create that space this morning for these things to happen within ourselves. So I'm going to take a few moments here, and I want everybody to get comfortable into a seated lying position, not too comfortable though, not too comfortable that you would fall asleep or doze off. So if you're sitting, I would recommend if you can sit up erect so that your spine is straight and that you're not slouching like this or leaning back. And if you're on a chair, to sit closer to the front of the chair with both feet firmly in front of you, not crossed on the floor. Your palms faced like this, down, doesn't matter. And open, you can close like this, you can go like this. It doesn't matter for this meditation. We're not going to get into those small things. So I want just settle in, feel your body as it connects with the chair or the cushion, or if you're lying down, as you connect with the mat or the chair. And take a few deep breaths on your own. Just deep in through your nose and out through the mouth slowly, slower out through the mouth. A quick in breath and a slow out breath. Quick in breath and a slow out breath. And it's okay if you make kind of a wishing ocean sound. Create an ocean sound on your next out breath. In. It's a wishing sound, wishing sound. And touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth in the next out breath and make a wishing sound like that. In, like the ocean. In and out. All right, just breathe naturally and normally. Now we have some nice oxygen and air to restore us. I'm going to take note of our emotional state. Just pay attention to how you're feeling right now, what kind of state of mind or emotion you're in, and to not get rid of it or try to push it away, but just offer it the following and just say to it in your mind, just say, let it come, let it be, let it go. Let it come, let it be, let it go. And as we breathe in, let it come and let it go. And at the pause, just let it be. In, let it come, and let it go. Any emotional state we're feeling, either pleasant, unpleasant, just let it come, let it be. And if it wants to go, let it go. If it wants to stay, let it stay. During this time, we're not trying to control anything. We're just trying to observe and let it happen. Just observe. We are the observer. Take a moment. Don't even try to control your breath. Just let your breath be as it is. In and out as you watch your breath. And I want you to think about the things that you want in your life for today, this week, or during this time that we're all going through. What are the things you desire deeply the most? Is it healing? Is it happiness? Is it joy? Is it space, peace? Find something that you feel that you want the most. Take a moment and just envision and picture that in your mind. In and out. And the things that we want the most, if we want to have things in our life, we need to create space for them. And imagine if you were to open up your closet and it's full of clothes and there's not a space, no more space to put anything, but you wanted to buy some new clothes to put in your closet. It'd be best to clean out some of the clothes in the closet, make space before you put anything in there. It's sort of a silly metaphor, but within ourselves, let us create some space within ourselves to be able to receive those things that we are looking for or desire the most. So let us create space. And sometimes when we create the space for those things, they can come at their own pace without us trying to force or push them in any direction. I like to just think and create space within ourselves. I want you to think and imagine a radiant light that's coming above your head. It could be the sun on a hot or warm day. Imagine that feeling, how that sun is hitting you on your head and on your face. It warms the skin, it warms your face, and it feels a special sort of radiant. There's a radiant light, and it's so nice. Let that light, let that warmth of the sun start to penetrate deeply, start to warm up and thaw within ourselves these frozen emotions, these locked emotions. Let that warmth, that radiant light go deeper within ourselves. And let it start to pour down from the top of our heads. Feel it as it passes through our forehead, our eyes, our jaw, our throat, our shoulders, and it starts to enter our heart, where we have so much, so much there. We may have a lot of locked emotions or frozen emotions. Just let them thaw. Let them thaw. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And this is a very healing light. You don't, this is, can be, let the light just thaw your emotions without being afraid. The warmth can, this light can heal. Let it heal. Just take a moment, going back to feeling the warmth on your face and feeling how it radiates downwards through our body, and stopping right at our heart and then continuing on downwards, becoming brighter and brighter and warmer and warmer. Take a moment. Now imagine the space around our heart start to become larger and larger and larger, and creating more space for this light to enter and fill. It's a pure, it's a pure light. And any dark recesses, anytime there's darkness, you don't have to try to get rid of darkness. All you need is light, and you do not have darkness anymore. Allow this beautiful light to cast away the darkness through its own essence of being light. And it illuminates the darkness. And in those dark recesses of our heart and of our minds, once we illuminate that, we can find beautiful treasures that are hiding in that darkness, that have been locked away. We don't have to think about those things. They're there in the form of raw emotions or raw feelings. And when that darkness is ready, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but some of these dark places, whenever they're ready, sometimes they come to the surface and they release. So just allow anything that wants to release, just let it happen. Let that light heal, heal you. And go back to the thing that you had thought about earlier in this meditation, about the thing that you wanted the most, whether it was healing or whether it was peace. Remember that intention. You don't have to do anything with it. You've made space right now. You made a lot space within your heart. And allow that space to invite the healing, invite whatever it is that you desire. There's space for it. There's infinite space. Take a moment. In and out. In and out. Now, when you take the thing that you desire most for yourself, I want you to think about someone else that's not so close to you. Maybe someone who's an associate, maybe even a stranger, someone who you just met, someone who you're not close with emotionally, or if you never saw them again in your life, it wouldn't matter. And I want you to imagine and offer this, the thing that you want the most. I want you to offer this to someone else who's almost a stranger, someone who just you don't really have much of a connection with. I want you to imagine this thing that you desire the most. Picture it as in a container of light and start to offer it. Say within yourself, this is my gift to you. I'm giving you this, that which I desire the most right now. I'm giving you as a gift. I'm offering this to you as a gift. This is my gift to you. And I want you to take the same container that we've created and fill it more and more with light and warmth, and let that vessel grow and grow. It's a very powerful, very amazing, infinite vessel. And I want you to offer it to someone else who's a little bit closer to you, a relative, but not within your family, someone who's a relative, a cousin, an uncle. And I want you to offer it to this person. This is my gift to you. I'm offering this to you. I want you to take someone who's even closer to you. Not a spouse, not a child, but someone who's even closer, a sibling, a mother, a father, maybe. It's my gift to you. It's my gift to you. Now I want you to think about someone who's close to you, a spouse, a child, and offer them this vessel of pure light, of infinite light, of healing light. This is my gift to you, my dear. My gift to you. Now this vessel of light, let it grow. Let it grow so powerfully. It becomes so, so bright. It is now affecting, it's connecting all these people. And this vessel of light turns to you, and it says, to you, it says, I am a gift to you. I am a gift to you. Accept me. Accept me. Allow yourself to be filled and accept this gift, this radiant gift. It's very powerful, very beautiful, very warm, and very bright. In and out. Feel. Daniela Ben Rachel. This is my gift. And yet, Benached, this is my gift to you. Take a moment more, just breathing in, and come back to your breath. Allow this light to stay with you. It's not imaginary. Just let this light stay with you for today, tomorrow, and onwards. It will become stronger and stronger. Coming back to your breath, take a deep breath in through your nose. Quick breath in. Hold it for 3 seconds. 2, 1, and out. Slowly. Slowly. A deep breath in and out. Slowly. And in and out. Take a few more moments to note how you're feeling. And I want you to just remember this is a very special place that you can create for yourself. You don't have to create it, it exists. You just have to go back to it. Allow yourself to go back to it, and maybe to even exist in this state for longer periods of time. Going back to your breath, and slowly just think about, come back to our senses of listening, what we hear in the room, what we're smelling, the taste in our mouth, the lingering taste. And as we open up our eyes, if our eyes were closed, what we see in the room, take note of each sense. And of what we're touching. And we come back. As we come to the end of our session this morning, I want to just express my gratitude for being able to do this and having the space and the opportunity to do this. In these difficult times, you can view this as a shell, a klipa, as something that's very challenging, but within it, there's so many treasures. And I think we should all look for those treasures and view these troubles that we're going through collectively, individually, as a family. There's no family, there's no household that's not going through some challenges right now. And there's no single person that's not going through individual challenges right now. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. If anybody has anything to share, you can take yourself off mute. You can text. You can drop off if you want. But I recommend, if you, instead of jumping back into your day, go get yourself a cup of tea, coffee, water, and just take a few moments to just integrate. Um, when you have an experience, just don't rush into the next thing. Take a little time before you go back to your day and just on your own. And we'll see you tomorrow again for another meditation session, and looking forward to it. We have yoga coming up at 9:30, and we have 7 classes total today, and that's a blessing, and that we should all be connected to this community, um, and all the classes, if we take them or not, hopefully this is a community that's tying us together. Have a wonderful day, and see you tomorrow.